Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking all about the 1967 Lincoln Memorial Penny. Now, some of these are going to be worth 1 or 2 cents just because they've got a little bit of extra copper value, but you can't melt them down. Others of them are going to be worth significant sums, and that's what we're going to be focused on today. So whether it's a special mint set coin, whether it's a conditional rarity, an error, or a variety where you're looking closely at the coin, you want to know everything that's out there so that you're not spending something valuable. You have an extra bit of treasure hunt. That's what I'll be helping with, and I'll show you some clear photos along with some approximate values and an explanation along the way. So we'll head into a quick PowerPoint presentation, and you'll know everything that you need to know about this penny. And we'll jump right into the 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent. This one's interesting in terms of the overall history. You can pause here. It's going to be copper, so mostly 95% copper means that there's over 1 cent of copper in it, but you can't melt it down. It's illegal, but just something to be aware of. You can pause for key dates and varieties. We'll get right into the conditional rarity. One important thing, though, 1965 to 1967, the United States did not use mint marks on their coins. So this could have been from Denver. It could have been from Philadelphia, possibly San Francisco. Over 3 billion were produced, and they had done that because they didn't want people taking the coins and collecting them and hoarding them, because there had been shortages as they transitioned away from 90% silver in the quarters, half dollars, and dimes. But here we see you really shouldn't be submitting this unless you think it's going to come back mint state 67. The 66 plus grade is rarely handed out, and all of these are for red grades from PCGS. So you'd have to go with, PCGS is really where set registry collectors are competing for ultra high-end coins, and you have to get those upper grades, which are super unattainable, and I don't want to have any misconceptions, people going and sending in their coins. Similarly, they didn't do proof sets due to the collector demand, but they did end up striking some special mint sets. I don't really see a huge difference, but the things that you really want to look for are the cameo and deep cameo coins. Deep cameo are super tough to come by, but you're looking for a lot of contrast between the Lincoln Memorial building, Lincoln's face, and then the fields around it, as they'll look a little bit mirrory. If they look like a real proof coin, that's where with the deep cameo contrast, that's where the real money's going to be. There's also some different varieties if you're looking closely. The first one is a double die obverse. This one's just most prominent. It's a little bit of a protrusion underneath the L. That's where the doubling can be seen, and these values are for raw coins, so you don't have to go and get this graded. It wouldn't be worth doing that, though I guess if it was a really high-end nice coin, you could submit it at ANAX, but because it has the Kaneka attribution. But this one's a nice one to be searching for. $10, really cheap to take a look. Otherwise, it's going to be like $1 or 50 cents. So it's something you should check for. On a regular strike, there's going to be a double die obverse, which we see right here, a little bit of an extra eyelid underneath the main one. Again, modest values, but an interesting coin, and it doesn't hurt if you enjoy the treasure hunting to do that. This one is a little bit more valuable. It's a double die reverse, and this is on, again, the regular, circulating strike. You can see the split serifs and the separation in the top of the U up there, a little bit in the E and the D, though that's a little bit less clear. But this one's going to be about $20 in a nice mint state 65 red, and still like $5 in AU. If you can't discern that you have it, it's a good coin to be on the lookout for. And then the special mint sets, also have a pretty thin spread in terms of the double die, but something that I would not hesitate to look for if you like varieties. The nice thing about these ones, they're not cherry picker's guide listed, so there's not quite as many eyes searching for them, a little bit more room to make some good finds. In terms of some of the errors, this one is a fabulous coin, sold for over $1,000. It's been struck 3 times. The first time it receives a full strike, but it apparently didn't eject from the dies, which are striking, it looks like, at the same time, the dies are coming down, and you can see it gets struck. These two looks like at the same time, bends up the coin and sort of folds it. You can see that little like bridge or saddle that gets formed, though it is interesting because there's not, it's like distorted metal over here. It's not like there's additional imprints, so maybe coins slid under and would have also received an interesting impression, the other blank planchets, but that's that really great coin. This one is also relatively expensive. The United States strikes coins for a variety of different countries, including Costa Rica, and somehow it looks like one of the 10 centavos, I assume, planchets, that's stainless steel, ended up in the dies. It doesn't properly strike the detail. You know, it's really soft on the steps, on the cent, on the E Pluribus Unum lettering, but it sold for $1,300. Again, there's also this one, a bit of silver fragment gets struck into a coin, so that little flake gets between the dies of the planchet and becomes bonded to the coin, receives the Y strike. And it's nice if it had fallen away, you know, the lamination, or it wouldn't really be lamination, but the mini struck through wouldn't be too valuable. Instead, you have a $160 coin. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video. So a few cool errors that I always just enjoy highlighting: nice special mint set and regular coin varieties to look for, and then a good sense for the just pure conditional rarities here. That's what we've got today, and I'll see you on some similar videos in the future. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretown.yt.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date, mint mark, denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.